This is Personal Injury Court.
Good day, everyone. This is the matter of Miller versus Butler. Miss Miller, it's my understanding that you are suing Miss Butler for scarring and disfigurement that you received following her beauty tips. You're asking this court to award you $150,000 for medical expenses, $25,000 for emotional distress, $35,000 for lost wages, and $50,000 for pain and suffering, for a total award of $260,000. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Miss Butler, your position here is that Miss Miller should have simply followed your directions and we would never be here. Her injuries are her fault.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, well, let's get into the legal sauce. Tell me how you came to know Miss Butler.
Your Honor, I am a first-generation college student, and I accidentally became an influencer. I basically posted a lot of pictures on my Instagram about fashion and female body positivity, and women saw that and they really liked my posts, so I started getting thousands of followers on Instagram. So I work with a lot of different brands to promote their clothes, their supplements. For me, it was all about helping me pay for school and being able to support my mom, because I'm an only child and it's me and her.
That's a beautiful thing.
So I met Miss Butler because she was my stylist.
So an influencer needs a stylist?
You would think, we have our own things, but we need a little bit of help sometimes,
True.
Tell me how long you've been a stylist.
I've been a stylist for over 10 years, Your Honor.
And do you style for everybody?
I style for everyone,
Would you be
Your
able
Honor.
to style for a guy like me?
Of course, Your Honor. I got you after court.
Okay, good deal. How did you get to know Miss Miller?
She is a social media influencer. She needed help to get dressed to go to events, so she came over to my house, and I got her dressed. And
Do you normally do the things at your house? The styling?
I don't. No, Your Honor. I am very particular about who I let in my house, but she was very frantic. She was going to be late to this event, so I'm like, okay, hey, come over here. We'll get you dressed and gone about your business.
So do you remember being in a hurry, Miss Miller?
Yes, Your Honor. I had been in class since 8 a.m., so I was running really late because my exams were delayed.
So tell me how you got hurt.
I came to her because I had a dress that had a deep plunge, and we needed to tape things up, basically.
Okay.
And Miss Butler helped me put tape around my breasts to kind of lift everything and make it all look really nice.
Now, Miss Butler, is that something that, I don't wear a dress, so is that something that a stylist does? They use tape?
Just to kind of keep things intact and keep it in place, no boob spillage. You don't want none of that going on.
Certainly no boob spillage.
Right.
This is the kind of work you do?
Yes, it's a big difference. Can't you tell, Your Honor?
And the look on the right is what you were looking for, Miss Miller?
Yes, I walked into the award show and I felt really confident. We ended up raising nearly $1 million for children's education. So that was really exciting.
And thank you. You go to the event, then what happens?
When I got home, I fall asleep with the tape on.
Okay.
And I've used breast tape before, so I didn't really think it would be an issue. So I woke up and I got into the bathtub and I went to take off the tape. And the second I took off just a corner of the tape, I knew something was wrong, because...
What made you know something was wrong?
So I've taken off breast tape before, but this didn't feel normal at all, because it was significantly more painful than just like a normal piece of breast tape.
Okay.
And I called Miss Butler, and she told me to hold the skin tight and rip it off like a bandage.
Miss Butler, what do you remember about the call?
Well, I remember when she called me, she said that she was trying to take the tape off and it was hurtful. Yes, I did tell her to pull it off, because at this point of time, she had the adhesive on for a long, long time, way beyond the amount of time that I had told her to put it on.
So you pull the tape, Miss Miller.
Yes, so...
What happens then?
So when I went to pull the tape off, I held the skin tight and I just ripped it off, and immediately there was blood on the tape, but I knew that I had to get all of it off, so I took off a chunk, and then I took off the other chunk, and then I took off this part, and it was just blood dripping down.
This sounds really painful.
There was blood in the bathtub. There was chunks of my skin that had fallen off with the tape. it was like a burn on my skin.
And these are the images of your skin when you took the tape off? That's you?
Yeah, that's my skin.
Now, Miss Butler, that's not the way it's supposed to be, right?
That is not the way it's supposed to be, Your Honor. So basically what happened when I taped her up, I told her that this tape that I use is something that I normally don't use. However, she was in a rush, so she was just like, you know, she wanted more cleavage. She wanted, you know, to show the girls.
But you told her that this tape I don't normally use.
Right.
But we're gonna use it.
We're gonna use it,
okay.
But you have to take it off within 8 hours. You have to.
Your Honor, I was frantic. I was running super late, so I don't remember her saying it. I have the tape.
It doesn't make it my fault, though.
I have the tape that came off my skin.
Okay, that's your skin on that tape?
That's my skin, Your Honor.
Sheriff, would you get that tape? I want to take a peek at that. Miss Butler, that's black duct tape. Is that what you use?
Yeah, she said anything will do. Like I said, Your Honor, I told her we can go to my studio to get the correct tape. She was frantic, and I said, okay, we'll use this, but you have to take it off within 8 hours, and you have to use spirit gum or alcohol to remove it.
Spirit gum and alcohol.
Or alcohol, either
okay.
or. And basically, it loosens the adhesive.
Okay.
And the longer that tape stays on, the stronger that bond gets.
So if she had used the spirit gum or the alcohol, this would not have happened.
Correct.
Right?
Yes,
Matt, could you hold this and take it over to the screen so I can see how it fits? That's how you taped her up.
Correct, Your Honor.
And if she had used the spirit gum or the alcohol, she could have even removed this duct tape.
Correct.
Within the time you said.
Within the time, allotted time, yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that, Miss Miller, that
Honor.
that time limit was important?
Your Honor, she didn't really stress it to me, and I've used breast tape before. She's taped me up before, and I've never once had that issue with the time frame. Furthermore, when I did call her to ask for help, she told me to just rip it off.
Did you tell her to just rip it off?
Yes, Your Honor. I told her to rip it off because the time had already, passed the 8 hours. We're talking about 15, 16 hours at this point of time.
So, Ms. Miller, once you rip the tape off and you see that your skin is on this tape, then what happened?
I called a friend to take me to the doctor because I was in so much pain I couldn't even drive.
Now, were you bleeding more than this, or is this about the extent of it?
It's been dried.
Okay.
That's it once the doctor has cleaned up the injury.
The skin is messed up?
Putting on just clothes is painful.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm thinking, okay, well, I just have to get through this, I just have to get through this pain.
Why would putting on clothes be painful for you?
Because it brushes the scars. So it ended up actually turning into keloids. As you can see, it's no longer just a flat scar, it's a raised scar.
And these are scars on your body under those bandages?
Well, not anymore because I went and had surgery to get the keloids removed, which is why I have bandages.
And that's why you're asking this court to give you $150,000 for your medical bills?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you've had these keloids removed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, once they remove the keloids, what's your body look like?
I don't know what it's going to look like anymore.
Because we're not over yet.
We're still in the process.
So, Ms. Butler, you see the result of this. This isn't how beauty's supposed to turn out, is it?
No, Your Honor. And I feel very bad, but it is really not my fault. She did not listen to what I told her to do.
You feel pretty confident that if she had taken this off in 8 hours, this would not have happened?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Miller, do you remember her telling you, this isn't the right tape, but we're going to use this anyway?
I do remember her saying that it wasn't a normal tape, but I don't understand why she would put something on my body that she didn't know how it could affect me. I can't book the same jobs. I can't even look at myself in the mirror because I look like a monster.
Ms. Miller, I see you are suing for $35,000 for lost wages.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a lot of money. Tell me how you lost wages.
So, like you saw in the previous pictures, I do a lot of work with bikinis, and now people don't want to hire me because of the scars.
Your skin is your business.
So, exactly.
Your Honor, she's still modeling, though. She has pictures all on Instagram, social media. She's still modeling, so I don't understand how she's saying that it affected her career. That is not true.
So you're still modeling?
I'm getting jobs, but not compared to what I was getting. So
on the plasma screen, that's you?
So yes, that is me. Before, I would book 3 to 4 jobs a week.
Okay.
Now I book one
Your
job
Honor.
every 3 months.
And I
Now it's
noticed
one
here that
piece.
you're in a one-piece.
Yeah, I can't post in bikinis. No one hires
She
me
looks
for
pretty
bikini
fine to me, Your
pictures.
Honor. I mean, I believe she's just making this
Well,
so
there is,
dramatic.
Miss Butler, there is a difference between a two-piece and a one-piece, right?
There is.
It's like fried chicken. There's a big difference, right?
Yes.
Y'all didn't get that. So, Ms. Miller, you're asking this court for $50,000 for pain and suffering.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the biggest number, setting aside your medical bill.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the pain and suffering been like?
So my entire brand that I've built has been about encouraging women to embrace their bodies and body positivity, but I can't even look in the mirror
That is not
and love
true.
my body. Like I see a monster. How am I supposed to tell women to be positive and to take pride in their body if I can't even look at my body?
The same way she's still posting pictures.
It's
Well, it is
not
true.
the
It is
same.
true in our society that self-image is the most important image. But you got to understand, Miss Miller. I don't have daughters, but I have sons your age. You are still a very, very beautiful woman, even with your scars. So don't forget that. What's been the worst part of this for you?
I think the emotional part. I can't help my mom. I was a big income provider for her, and now my wages have significantly dropped. My relationship is strained because I don't want my boyfriend to see me naked.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
So
Important
it's-
things. So I
it's
see
the
that you
emotional
brought a
part.
witness with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Our records say this is Miss Chrissy Kelly.
Yes, this
Miss
is
Kelly, would you stand, please, and come to the podium?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record and tell me your relationship to the plaintiff.
Yes, my name is Chrissy Kelly. I am Ms. Miller's agent. I've been her agent for 3 years, but I've also known her most of her life. I used to babysit for her. She's kind of like a little sister to me.
So you knew her before she was a big deal.
Yes, I did.
So how has this scarring and this experience affected her job and ability to earn?
Well, honestly, it's affected more than just her career. It's affected mine, being her agent as well. She can't really get any jobs due to the keloid scarring. So it's been really hard. I mean, she's a bikini model, for God's sakes.
Why couldn't she just kind of cover it up with a different bikini?
Well, it doesn't always work that way, even though she's tried. She's had episodes where she has tried to cover them up, but when they find out about the keloid scarring, they let her go. I actually brought evidence. I have an email here, Your Honor, that shows where she's been let go due to the keloid scarring. If you'd
Okay,
like to
Sheriff
see
Matt,
that.
would you retrieve that from Miss Kelly? Let me take a peek at it. Okay, what you have submitted to this court is a copy of what appears to be an email. It's on the plasma there. It reads, "Hello, Miss Kelly. In light of Miss Miller's recent injuries, we have to decline the original offer and will no longer be moving forward. We hope to work with you in the future." That job's gone.
Gone.
Now, did you get more than one of these?
Yes, we have plenty more where that came from, Your Honor.
Do you see at least that impact, Miss Butler, that it's hurt her pocket, not just her skin?
I feel really, really bad. I feel horrible, but it's not my fault. Had she listened, we would not be here today.
I think I've heard what I need to hear. I'm ready to render my decision. In every personal injury case, the plaintiff, you, Ms. Miller, have to prove that the defendant, Ms. Butler, was wrong and that her wrong caused your injuries. Here you've shown that Ms. Butler chose the tape and that you thought this was going to be the look you wanted and that there wouldn't be any bad outcome. Instead, you ended up with permanent scars, keloids, medical bills, and an uncertain future about how you're going to make a living.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Butler, you tried to give her instructions about how to remove this tape and, more importantly, when to remove it, because it sounds like the timing was so important.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, here, Ms. Miller, you have proven that there was a wrong, but not just one wrong, two wrongs. Here, you're wrong in choosing the tape and in telling her to rip it off. The law says I must find against you because you were wrong and you're wrong, two of them, caused her harm. In that regard, Ms. Miller, I'm going to find in your favor and give you $150,000 for your medical bills, $25,000 for emotional distress, $35,000 for the lost wages that you've shown you lost, and $50,000 for pain and suffering, for a total award of $260,000 in your favor. That is my final verdict, and this matter is adjourned. Our attorneys across America just viewed this case for the first time. Let's hear what Hoyt Tessner has to say.
Here the issues are the type of tape, and the plaintiff was a bikini model. The defendant had to know duct tape was inappropriate. Ms. Butler should have used the correct tape and clearly instructed on how any type of tape should be removed. Defendant has done this before and failed in her professional responsibility when she told Ms. Miller to just rip it off.
Ms. Miller, I wish you healing, both physically and emotionally, with Godspeed. You are powerful even with your scars.